the show today. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Yeah, I guess. Something.
Up in the woods. I think I was up in Utah.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't look this bad when you came out from Colorado, buddy.
It's only a few days.
I'm telling you. All right, so you want to do it the right way?
Yeah.
I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
And we're talking real estate. All right, now I feel a whole lot better, Don. So let's talk, first of all, question of the show. You ready? You know what? Start with, where are they tuning in from, folks? Where are you tuning in from? What city? Where are you at today? What city are you tuning in from? You coming in from River Rouge? You coming from Oscoda? I got all the peeps up there. Got Dearborn, Michigan. Where are you coming in from? Let's see what's going on.
Plymouth.
Canton, Plymouth.
Southgate.
Southgate's down the Titans. The Titans of Southgate.
Dogbone.
Dogbone. He knows the story of Dogbone. That a boy. All right, so where are you tuning in from? Throw that in the comments for us, if you would, please. Throw that in the comments for us. Now, let's talk about the question of the show. Are you ready, Don?
I'm ready. I think
so
this is
here's the question of the show.
Good one.
Will Don ever shave again?
Is that it? I didn't know that was a fall question. There was a question?
Guys, I'm telling you, he looks like I can come walking in today. I'm like, who the hell is that? Does it get itchy?
Yes.
So,
especially
ladies,
down here by
I know he's married, but folks, if Grizzly Adams over here is looking tougher all the time. So, no, that is not the question of the show. No, it is not. So let's go to the question of the show. Now, what's the question of the show?
Question of the show is, what is your favorite fall tree?
Fall tree, huh?
What could it be? S'mores? Could it be?
S'mores are good.
What's it? The candy?
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
Yeah, candy corn.
Yes.
Pumpkin rolls are good. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. Pumpkin rolls are good.
What's your favorite?
I like s'mores.
S'mores. Yeah.
I like s'mores. S'mores are good. They're easy, right? They're easy ones. So I like those. There's folks got special fall drinks they like. Folks like apple cider. What do you like? What's your favorite fall treat?
Apple cider and cinnamon donuts.
Okay, throw that in the comments for us. Yeah, people are checking in from Clarkston, Michigan.
Carrollton.
People are all over the place. Oh my God.
It is.
Well, let's see. There it is.
Who is it?
I have no idea. I'm trying to figure that out right now. So, try it again. What is your favorite fall treat? What is your favorite fall treat? That's what we're looking for today. The best winner, Don will pick it, or even maybe our special guest today might pick. We'll see. We'll see who the best fall treat is. All right. So, Don, talk to me about the market update. What do you got?
All right, so market update, Wayne County, Michigan, and we're comparing.
We're in Wayne County, are we?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to check, make sure.
We're comparing, it includes Detroit and the suburbs, Grosse Points, all the way up to 8 Mile, out to Canton and Plymouth.
You should be like a tour guide with all your excitement you get. Come on, what's going on with you today? Get it fired up. While we're waiting for Don to get it fired up here, folks, a couple things. First, Lisa Boy says cinnamon donuts from the Cider Mill. The Cider Mill donuts are a phenomenal thing. People checking in from Carlton, from Dogbone Heights, from Riverview. Got people checking in from all over. All right, so give me some market pizzazz.
All right.
Give me some pizzazz.
So Wayne County, Michigan is the market update this week.
It is, all right.
So we're comparing August of 2020 versus August of 2019.
Yep.
So year over year, month over month, year over year.
Yeah, gotcha.
So new listings in 2019 in August, 3,023.
Okay.
In 2020, 2,300. So you're looking at 700 less new listings in the month of August this year as opposed to last year.
So about 20% again, about 20%?
Down 20%, 21% to be exact.
Yeah. So quickly, Dad, before we get to finish the market update, Denise Lawrence, if you know her, right?
I think I do.
You do? Pumpkin pie is her favorite, just so you know.
Pie.
So you may be picking up pumpkin pie on the way home.
So there's a little joke with me. Instead of saying pumpkin pie, I say pumpkin pie, and that's why she put that pumpkin pie up there.
Pumpkin pie. That's so dang
No, I'm not pumpkin pie. That's the way I pronounce it.
I know. I got you. Ray Jordan, we see you from Woodhaven. We see you. So basically, we're talking 20% across the board. Sold, pending, new. Yeah, 20% less.
Yes.
So I got a conversation today. I'll tell you this one with a lady.
Sold.
No.
Sold is down 12%.
Okay, so more. Okay, I got you. So new and pending though, right? So
yeah, 20% down, and 20% pending's up, and sold in August of 2019, 1,800, 2020, 1,600, so 200 less, so down 12%.
Yeah. So I got into a conversation with a lady today on Facebook a little bit. We were talking that, and I threw this very easy thing to her. I said, it's the best sellers market we've seen in a long time. Mm-hmm. Right? It is. And buyers, again, we talk about this a lot. Buyers, you got to be ready to do some things. You got to be ready to entice that seller to take your offer. Yeah. with all kinds of different stuff.
I think we should ask our guest about that. Is this the best sellers market he's ever seen?
Best, yeah, we could. We could. It's a knowledgeable guy, so I'm sure he has an answer on it.
Yeah, and he's seen quite a bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's do this. Now let's go to our good friend Mike McLaughlin for that Mortgage Minute. Let's go see Mike McLaughlin for the Mortgage Minute. Michael, how are you? Can you hear us?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Holy crap, we can't hear you.
Can hear you.
Uh-oh.
I can hear you guys just fine this time.
Chat down there, is that?
Can you hear me now?
Holy crap.
I can hear you guys just fine. How about now? You can hear me now or no? I can hear you. Can you hear me? You can't hear me? No, I can't hear you anymore. Let me try leaving this page and coming back.
It's crazy stuff.
We'll give him 2.
How about now? Can you hear us now? How about now, Julie Long? Can you hear us now? All these technical difficulties. Can you guys hear us? Can check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. How about now?
Mike's giving us a thumbs up.
All right. So
I'm gonna bring Mike back on.
We're gonna bring Mike McLaughlin back on, guys. Sorry about the craziness. The boss is watching us, so we're getting a little nervous here. Go ahead, Michael. They can hear you, but we can't. Go ahead.
Hey guys, how's it going? Okay.
Tell us everything.
Okay. So first of all, cinnamon donuts are definitely the go-to for fall time. The cinnamon donuts, one time we went to the pumpkin patch and we started leaving. We had the dozen donuts finished before we got a quarter mile away. We turned around, went back, and got more cinnamon donuts. But basically, what I want to cover today is mortgage interest rates stay low, with the national average still between 3% and 3.25%, and depending upon your situation, and in some loans can actually be less than that, you know, with FHA. But the big thing is that mortgage interest rates are going to stay low for the foreseeable future. The economy is such that projections
You're a smart man, Mike. You love that.
are going to keep rates low. And being that it's an election year, we can feel confident that rates will stay low through the rest of 2020. Hey guys, Woodhaven in the house, and it'd be good to, you guys are putting on a great show, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, Michael. We love you, man. Thanks so much for the Mortgage Minute. We appreciate it. See you, buddy. Bye-bye. All right, so I think we got that technical difficulty figured out. I don't know. That was crazy, Don.
That's a first.
Maybe, you know what? It's probably the internet bill. Who's paying the bills on this internet over here? We don't know.
Oh, that or it's our executive producer.
Executive producer Dan Schubert hasn't been around for a while. You know, he's letting us down, man. He'd have been all over that. He'd have been all over that.
I know. Come on, David. All right, so next up is go back to the question again.
Yeah, question of the show. What's your favorite fall treat, folks? What's your favorite fall treat? Let me give you a couple, Don. Ready? I'll give you a couple. So here's one. One is we got hot apple cider with bourbon from Lori Knight. That's a good one. Let's go with, let's see what else we got. Pumpkin, anything. Muffins, pies, cookies, anything. My favorite one is pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. That's my favorite one so far.
Sherry Burns agrees with the pumpkin pie. Thank you, Sherry.
Got all kinds. Apple crisp. My mom used to make real good apple crisp. My sister probably is, speaking of that, probably, you never know.
Apple crisp, I love apple crisp.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Wish we had some right now, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Might have to talk to Sister Sweets on that one.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. All right, so guys, honey from the cider mill. Nice.
All right, so let's get to the topic. Topic of the week is the best home renovations for 2020.
Right, so best bang for your buck. And guys, we're not talking about redoing a kitchen or a bathroom. We're talking about other things that will help you. Okay, other things that will help you. So
and not hugely expensive, not a $50,000 kitchen or
right. So
$25,000.
What would you say the number? What would you say the number is around?
What do you mean?
As far as where's your ceiling at for that?
For
renovations.
Best renovations. Well, there is a minor kitchen update that's going to be up there a little bit, and if you do some siding, depending on what type of siding. But I think if you were around $10,000 or less, I think that's
okay.
great.
So that's
I think it would be reasonable, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think it depends on the market that you're in and what you're obviously what you're trying to accomplish. So up number one is a manufactured stone veneer, which you see those stone, decorative stones that are. Like half. I mean, it might be about this thick and cemented to the. You would do it like an accent as an entrance into a doorway or around a garage, an attached garage, something like that. Not the whole house, but just an accent area.
So you're talking about like on the outside? You're talking
on
about
the outside? On the outside, yes.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I never would have thought of that. I guess so. So stone veneer.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, what do you think? What's that going to cost you? Probably
average price $9,300.
Yeah,
throughout the country.
And what do you recoup it?
Approximately 95% of the investment. So that's the number one that you would recoup, and it would give a lot of appeal to the house.
Right now, you know me. I always tell people like clean it, make it smell nice, and kind of get the clutter out, and don't do anything else. But I mean, again, if you're talking 95% recoup, that's not bad.
Right, but some of this is not only for resale. You're not necessarily just doing this for resale, but you may be doing it for your own personal change, something you want to do, and you might want to, maybe you're moving in a few years, but this is just something to change the exterior or do something to it. So
absolutely. Okay, so next one is one that I personally subscribe to, a garage door replacement. Okay, an old beat up garage door all of a sudden turns that garage into an eyesore, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So garage door replacement. I built some of that Garage Door Pros. They came and did my door not too long ago. I mean, that's something that cost you, a couple of grand only.
Did you get something with decorative windows or anything like that?
I got it straight across the top part, but nothing.
Yeah,
too
nothing
tricky,
fancy.
right?
Yeah. So you can boost that up a little bit and have some nice fancy windows, or they look like old garage doors, and on it. Have you seen those?
Yeah, absolutely. So
something
I'll
nice.
tell you real quickly, house I'm going to tonight to do a listing appointment. They turned it into like more of a man cave, so it has like a normal door on it.
Yeah,
it's a little different. But garage doors, guys, try garage door if you're thinking about something. One, it'll give you less headaches, and two, because you're always doing up, down, all that ridiculous stuff.
Right. And
two, you recruit probably 90-95% of that value on that one. That's not bad.
So how much did you pay?
I paid $1,750, maybe something like that.
Okay, so the average for maybe something a little bit higher with not windows and some other decorative to it, about $3,700.
Okay.
Install. So number three, minor kitchen remodel, and this is just minor things, not refacing the cabinets, not putting new cabinets in, new appliances, energy efficient appliances.
Yep.
And you would spend, new countertops, maybe some new hardware, faucets, maybe some flooring, something you might, instead of cabinet or new countertops, you might do flooring. So, and end up spending about $23,000. You end up about recouping 77% of that.
Yeah, see, that's a little tough for me. I don't know if I can ascribe to that part.
Yeah.
That's a little much. So, but I will tell you this, things I'm seeing, lots of quartz. People putting quartz in, instead of granite. One, because a lot less sharp, a lot less jump out at you kind of thing. And two, as well as I do, that gray plank floor is everywhere.
Yeah.
The gray plank floor is everywhere. So those are the two things that we're seeing on that. But again, when you start getting the $20,000 investment, that starts scaring me.
Yeah. Well, I think if you're just staying there too, so
yeah, if you're going to stay there and enjoy it for 5-6 years, sure. Yeah.
And I think part of that's part of this home renovation type of thing.
Yeah.
All right, number 4 and number 5 really kind of go together. It's replacing siding, and it could be old aluminum or the old wooden lath type of, or wooden. It looks like siding, aluminum siding. Replacing that with fiber cement, which is a hard, sturdy. I think it's paintable too. And for about 1,200 square foot house, 1,250 square foot house, it costs about $17,000 for something like that.
Okay.
But it makes a big difference when you go from aluminum to fiber cement. And then, of course, you always have vinyl siding that you can replace.
Well, so I had like asbestos siding on the side of my house that Curran sold me.
Yeah.
You know, and I looked at it, I was like, I mean, I had it for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I put siding on it. People couldn't even find my house.
Yeah.
Because it makes such a difference.
Yeah.
Vinyl new siding makes such a difference.
There you go. Yeah.
I know that people think about things like windows and everything, but like stuff like siding, again, garage door, I like that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Stone veneer, I have to really look at it to look and see what that looks like to me. But even, now put it this way, even fresh paint. I listened to one this weekend in Dearborn, and the guy's like a professional painter, and he painted it, and like I walked back in and I go, holy crap, the pictures were amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even fresh coat of paint.
Exactly. Just cleaning and paint makes a huge difference. But if there's something you want to go and do, I think staying under 10 grand or less would be a reasonable.
Well, and if you're going to get some enjoyment out of it, I think. I tell people.
I think you could go higher.
I tell people and stuff like this, like, okay, look, you're not getting it back pound for pound. You know what I mean? You're not going to get it back that way. It's not how it works. So, but you're saying here, I mean, from this research that you've done, that stone veneer and garage door, you're getting almost
pretty 100%. Close to it, yeah.
The other ones, when you start getting the 70s, I'm not gonna. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? So, guys, a couple bang for your bucks kind of things. Bang for your buck kind of things. So, when you're thinking about, okay, am I going to do this? What am I going to do? As far as what's our big project? One, decide about your personal enjoyment. Are you going to enjoy it, right? And then two, does it have resale value? Okay, doing it just for resale value, it's sometimes a hard pill to swallow. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, so the question of the show again: fall favorite treats. There's one I saw in there that thought really. Can you go back to the?
Yeah, I sure can. Absolutely.
There's one in there that I saw that caramel apple suckers.
You know who that is?
I've never heard of that one.
Well, you know who that is? That's Hollywood Wilkowitz. Hollywood Wilkowitz. That guy wins all the time. So,
and right about that is candy apple or caramel apples and honey from the cider mill.
Honey from the cider mill. I never heard of
that one either.
Apple crisp is a pretty good one. All right. So that's something from Laughlin, Nevada. Oh, nice.
Okay, so what's up next?
So up next is the city spotlight. Now, Don, I was just here today. This town. I was just in this town today. It's always bustling. It's higher end, right? But it's always bustling with people all the time. Got a gorgeous, amazing downtown that people flock to from all over the place.
It's a good Mexican restaurant down there.
And more than that.
Yeah.
All kinds of good restaurants.
Yeah, but I know there's.
There it is.
I just got Mexican on the mind.
That's right. City spotlight of Plymouth, guys. City spotlight of Plymouth.
Plymouth City, not the township, but this is the city.
Right. So township's a little cheaper usually.
And it's a big area.
Yeah. So all right. So let's remember, folks. Actives are properties that people are competing against. Those are properties that are currently on the market. Pending are where the market is now, and then sold is where the market was recently. So that's kind of the way you look at it. Okay. So we're talking about active. 46 homes are active in Plymouth, 31 pending, and 15 sold. Now,
in the last 30 days.
Again, that's like Celine action, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if folks are overvaluing the properties there. I don't know, because that's the same kind of numbers we had in Celine. Typically, we're seeing very few actives, lots of pendings, and lots of solds. Mm-hmm. And we're seeing the opposite here in Plymouth, right?
Yeah, so there might be
tell us about the average sale price, all that good stuff. That will help.
The average sale price $381,000, which gets you about 1,500 square feet.
Yeah.
And the average dollar per square foot, $247. It's huge.
247.
Huge.
Holy smokes, that's smoldering hot.
And you get closer to Main Street downtown, where all the action's at, it obviously goes up.
That's
where everybody wants to be.
Again, those numbers are telling me that some folks are overpricing their properties. Yeah. They're just throwing it against the wall and seeing what happens. And I feel like that's happened a lot lately.
Yeah.
Like people there's nothing. Like, let me give you an example. Okay, going to an appointment tonight. There's nothing for sale active in this market in the quarter mile. Nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of go, oh, maybe we should do this a little more.
Stretch absolutely. Everything.
Yeah. Because I mean, if everybody else is gone, you're the only house in the whole, quarter mile. What the heck?
Right.
So, I don't know.
If they want to be there, they only have one house to pick, right?
Absolutely. All right. So we got to the city spotlight. So next thing, before we go interview our guest, let's go with Sam O'Donnell. Our good friend Sam O'Donnell says, what you guys input on today's market? I'm busy, but I believe it has flattened a little. No, I'm not seeing that, Sam. I'm not seeing that at all, my friend. So, yeah, Ray Jordan, money.
Yeah.
let's
right.
go back to question of the show real quick and give folks a chance. So what we're giving away today, giving away 2 items again from our good friends at Daily Nordic. Okay, you folks that love your wine, is a cordless electric wine bottle opener. That is awesome. I mean, I'm not a huge wine fan, but a lot of folks love that stuff. So that's for one. And then you health nuts, I've got from Daily Nordic. I've got infusion water bottle, an awesome infusion water bottle. So you can infuse it with all kinds of vegetables or fruits or whatever you want. So those are our winners for today. Okay, those are what they're going to win today. All right, now, without further ado, this gentleman, our people have been in contact with his people for months and months and months trying to get him on the show. He's a very busy man. No, I say that, God, I say that in jest. I say that in jest. But I'll tell you this. One of the reasons that I continue to work every day at Curran and Oberski is of this gentleman here. Okay, you'll never find someone with more integrity. Okay, and we're hopefully a couple good stories too. Bob Curran, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Curran. Bob Curran, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
I got to tell you,
Bob has the respect of the whole industry. People respect you. One of the most respected people that come when you walk into a meeting or something. Everybody's looking at Bob. So
thank you.
That's because of the respect that we have for you.
I have to. How long have you guys been doing this show now?
About 7 months now.
I've been waiting and waiting for an invitation. It's like,
what do I got to do to get on that show?
It's the end of the summer.
Your people,
everybody's gone. I get the call. I got the call. Finally.
He's waiting patiently at the computer.
So your people have been telling you that we wanted you on earlier?
No, never.
We're telling the wrong people.
We're telling the wrong people, yeah.
I want to commend you guys for doing this. I mean, I love watching it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very entertaining and educational, and it's that's what this should be, fun.
Yeah, that's what we get. We get feedback from people. We get 2 things. One, you guys have a lot of fun, which we try to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how can you not have fun with Don Lawrence?
Yeah.
And then 2, we try to give people good information.
Yeah.
So that's what we're hoping you can give us a little bit like that.
You should come out of your shell a little more.
I should. You're right. That's exactly
what I've been trying to do is get them out of there for a while.
Scott's very serious. He doesn't say very much. Look, I got to go unshaven. I'm going to come on unshaven next week, I think.
Okay. But, so I was listening to you guys, and I just think of like one thing came to my mind. That's really a cheap fix on a house that makes your house look more modern is changing the doorknobs because a lot of the doorknobs from back in the 2000 was gold. Now the brush chrome, that's not really a big buy. So if I was telling someone you're to sell your house, maybe do that, change the hardware on your doors and paint.
Yeah. So folks, again, something we didn't think about. That's when he comes with the good stuff. So change your knobs.
So Bob, my wife's gonna love what you just said because she wanted to do our door. She redid our doors and she wanted to put new handles up. We had the gold, and they were in great shape. They were perfect, and she talked me into letting her do it. She did. She did a great job, by the way. And this is the reason why, because she was more on top of it, like you are.
Absolutely.
It's just you go into a new house, and that's what you're going to see.
It makes a huge difference.
And it's not that big of an investment.
It's not.
And that's what I always tell people.
Yeah.
Little things, right?
Yeah. I used to say I'll tell you how to invest $1 and get back $2.
Yeah.
That was always my kind of
that's pretty good. I like that
thought.
Yeah.
With it.
So we want to hear the Curran Oberski story a little bit, like the origin of it. Can you kind of shed, because it's been here a long time, 44 years, yeah?
Right.
So can you kind of tell us how this got started?
Well, sure. When my uncle, and this used to be Curran Johnson, was before Century 21 even, and Joe Curran, he was a home builder in the area, and he was buying kitchen cabinets from a guy named Cliff Johnson. And they got talking one day, and when Joe would build a house, and people would buy it, but he had no arm to help market their house. So he said to Johnson, well, why don't we start a real estate business? So we build a house and we can sell the customer's old house. So that's how those two got together. So really, Cliff Johnson kind of ran the real estate, and my uncle's was in this office here. Half was real estate and half was his building company.
So it's construction and real estate same time.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so he started, and that got going. And then my uncle started. He got the rights to build all the McDonald's in Michigan.
What?
And so he was doing that, and of course I was in high school and out of that, and I started working for him in the construction business.
So any McDonald's in this area, he probably built?
Yeah.
No way.
And then
That's awesome. I never knew that.
And he also would help because McDonald's was just starting. They didn't have a lot of money. He would find investors that would put the money up, that would buy the property, build the building, and then lease it back to McDonald's. So he had a lot.
That's pretty cool.
Got a lot of local business people involved in that. And so anyway, so he was going with that, and the real estate business was just kind of clunking along. And then Century 21 came along. A guy named Jim Courtney, who later on started Remerica.
Yeah.
But Jim, he was like 28. He heard about Century 21, went out to California, and he secured the rights, the franchise rights for Michigan. And he came and he talked to my uncle, and my uncle saw how McDonald's was franchised, and so he liked the idea of the franchise.
Yeah.
So he bought it, and when we first bought it, they had gold coats. We all wore gold coats.
Gold coats, that's awesome. I want to wear a gold coat. Can we get that back?
It was great, and the other realtors in town made fun of them and everything. But we just kept. They did national advertising. They had training for us. So I was like on the ground floor with that. So I got out of Eastern with a business and marketing degree, and this was just right up my alley. So I got in. When the building slowed down, I got into the real estate business. And when I first started, I was buying houses, fixing them, and then we'd sell them. And that's how I got going in it. And but it fit right in with my degree from Eastern, and I loved it. And Century 21 was huge to help build us. At the time, they used to spend like $43 million on TV advertising.
Holy smokes!
So you'd go somewhere, you'd already be a sold product
because of the name.
They knew who you were.
Yeah.
So you were like an original flipper then, kind of?
Yeah, that's what I did when I started out. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So,
I never knew that. Did you know that?
But I
didn't know that.
I was probably 29, 28. And nothing like some of the guys now that do them. I mean, they turn them, a lot of them. But it was an interesting. It was a different time too. So that got going, and then we opened a second office in East Dearborn, and I ran that. And then the manager, my boss, who taught me a whole lot, John Sanford, he retired. So then I took over, and we had two offices. Then we subsequently bought an office on Warren Avenue, which is now our Ford Road office, and one in Allen Park, and we bought Jim Christie Real Estate, which was our biggest competitor. And their broker, Jeff Longstreth, Jeff and Lee, he was my teacher at Dearborn High. So he was about, he was probably 24 when I was like a senior.
Yeah.
And, so whenever we had any big realtor meeting, I'd always say Jeff was one of my favorite teachers. And Jeff would say, "Hey, don't say that. It makes me sound a lot better." And I would needle him about that. But we were great friends. So we were, and our companies were really a good fit.
Yeah.
We kind of adhered to the same standards, quality, and doing the right thing for people.
Yeah.
So that was great. And then it just kept going. And I remember when I was the youngest in real estate business, I would say, people would ask me, "How long have you been in the business?" And I was young looking. And I said, "Well, almost 5 years, And now I say, well, over 5 years.
Because how times change.
Yeah. Because now you say 44 years.
And they go,
"Whoa,
Yeah. Do you know what's going on? Yeah.
You have a computer.
So real quick, Bob,
Do you know what
Kathy
it is?
Cordy said she remembers the gold coats, and then Jeff sold her first home. So Kathy Cordy connected perfectly with that school.
Cool.
Wow. And she's a big fan. Her daughter was my pictures from my house.
Oh, yeah.
That's Kathy. Great comment, Kathy.
Yeah.
Great comment.
Yeah, very nice.
So you kind of talked about how you became a realtor. Let's talk about what do you think is different now about real estate than when you started or even 10, 20 years?
Well, when I started, now think about this. When I first started, we didn't have computers. So we had, it was not you'd see realtors walking around with like a shoebox, and we'd get the printouts from the board, like postcards of houses for sale, picture on the front, details on the back. And then people would, they'd organize it by alphabet, by streets, or they'd organize it by cities. And actually this room where we're sitting was like a showroom. We had pictures of houses all the way around. So when a client came in, you'd say, well, come on in, and they would walk around, and there'd be like rows of pictures all the way, and they'd walk around.
It's like a gallery or something?
Yeah,
like a gallery of homes?
And these little cards. They were like, there were strips of them. And then we'd tell them come in and look, and then they'd come out with 3 or 4 cards of houses they wanted to see.
Yeah.
Stuff so it's kind of, and then they went to books. We had real estate books, and we used to go down to the Dearborn Board office because they printed their own books. And Thursday mornings they came out, so we'd get there. You try to get there early so you could get that book before anybody else. And
like the newspaper, get that thing early before anybody else gets it.
See what was going on. And that was another thing too. They'd go to the press and guide because that's how everybody advertised for sale by owner. So there'd be realtors waiting to get that paper first thing in the morning so they could call them for sale by owners.
Really?
So it was different, Mm-hmm. You could call, but I could tell you that back then, if somebody called for you, it would be acceptable for you to return their call within a 24-hour period. That's not the same anymore.
No. Call back in 5 seconds or else I'm going to somebody else.
We would come in the office and grab a stack of messages, and you'd put them in your pocket, and you'd kind of call through them, so it was a lot different. Yeah. But the biggest thing is that back then, we controlled the information on what's for sale.
Yeah.
So people really needed to come to us to find out about houses and information. So we used to go out and look at all the houses, to go on tours and caravans. Every Tuesday, we'd go look at all the new listings. I mean, we got so good, you could just look at a house and tell you how much it's going to cost because you're looking at 15 houses a week.
So it's a great tool for
it was
pricing.
But now you can, obviously go online, and now, it's so flipped now that the clients, they got all that information now,
Yep.
With Zillow and Realtor.com and all the internet sites. So, I noticed I was working with a buyer recently, and he was called like 6 in the morning. Hey, there's a new one, he was telling me. So he had hooked up to Zillow, so they were feeding him any new listing.
Yeah.
Well, you got to react, and that's hard on a realtor that's working with a buyer because they have you're 24/7. People calling you as soon as they see a house, and
especially in this market.
So especially this market. Yep.
So what realtors now have to do, they have to really be expertise in the neighborhoods, inspections. They have to know things that can add to the client to help them to make it. And there's a lot of things, surveys to get surveys, and there's a lot of things that go into a real estate sale that they need someone like us to coordinate it. But I would say on the other side, realtors have to educate themselves and keep up with it all the time.
Just so you know, Sam Abdullah says, Bob had to work hard, but look what he accomplished. We thank you. We thank you for that. So Sam Abdullah is a viewer of ours, and we want to throw that at you too. It's definitely going.
So going back to 20 years ago or 30 years ago when you first got into business versus now, is it more complicated, the business more complicated now than it was then? And if so, how do you see that?
Well, in some ways it is more complicated now, but in some ways it's a lot easier. I mean, we used to spend time, a lot of class hours on how to present offers, because we used to go to the seller, and maybe there'd be 2 other realtors there with us, and we'd have to present our offers.
Mm-hmm. As a buying agent.
Yes. Yeah. And some people developed a real skill for that. They could really, point out things to the seller about their clients and why they were, even though it might not have been the highest price, but why they were really qualified.
Right.
So that was a whole skill set that you had to have. And now they just, people just email you the offer. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they don't even call to tell you they sent one.
Yeah, I hate that. That drives me nuts.
But, So that part, is easy. The technology definitely is easier because, you even the electronic lock boxes.
Mhm.
We used to have to go to, if you were going to show 15 houses, you went to 15 offices and picked up
Really?
keys. So you had to factor that into your time schedule.
Wow.
Show the houses, then get the keys back because somebody else had them reserved. And then you got sometimes realtors that would just forget to bring the key back, so that
Yeah,
was,
so now all of a sudden
that was a
it's
big
your
house. But, the electronic lockbox, and I kind of get a kick. That Century Lock is probably the easiest thing in the world to learn. You can take a class in like 10 minutes online and learn how to use it.
Yeah.
Some people, I can't use that darn thing,
So here's what I get all the time. I mean, I know you were complaining about this too, is people that go, I don't have the app or my app's not working. Can you send me a code?
Yeah, right.
I did that with somebody, that fans that are actually watching. Or I didn't do that, but somebody did that with Kathy at Tom Wilkowitz's house. They have those cameras in their house.
Yeah.
And somebody let buy them in the house.
Yeah.
So
That's another
I stopped giving it out.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. You're showing houses. You can't say anything in the house anymore. Everybody's got
Right.
cameras.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Or listening devices.
So it's changed a lot if you keep up with it. And believe me, I can use some more too on the technology, but if you couple that with your sales skills, you can really be helpful in helping your clients find houses and sell their houses. So that's a big difference.
Absolutely. It's huge. And see, that's the thing. You bring so much awareness to the market because you've seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
I just want to stay young and keep up with you guys.
I just try to keep up with Grizzly Adams over here. That's all. So let me ask you one more question, Bob, because I know you expound on a lot of things. Do you have any stories, any interesting stories from the road? They got to be relatively PG too.
They have to be. You mean just kind of funny things that have
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, or interesting, something you found that might have come across.
Well, I can tell you one story. We used to tell our sellers not to be home, when we showed the house. So one of our agents was showing the house to her clients, and it was just a small bungalow. And she showed her the bedrooms, and she came out and she told our agent, Marion, at the time, Marion, there's somebody in the closet. And so Marion went back, and it was, Mrs. Smith, the owner of the house. She says, Mrs. Smith, are you in there? She goes, yeah, well, you told me to go out, and I didn't have anywhere to go. So she was in the hiding in
So
the closet.
the moral of that story is don't hide in the closet. That's a good one.
We've had a lot of, interesting stories with people. When people sell their houses, it's an emotional thing.
Yeah.
When commercial sell real estate, not so much, but a house, it's emotional, and you have to factor that in when people get short with you or something's going on, and you have to learn it's not you. Hopefully, it's not you. That is going on. It's kind of high drama when people are selling their houses.
Well, and that you just got to do the best you can for them.
Yeah.
You know what right and wrong, all that stuff is, and you just got to keep acting with integrity the best you can.
Right.
And
different people take stress differently, and you just have to recognize that and hopefully help them out and calm them down, and it happens.
Well, I always tell people this. I always tell them that, I'm going to take as much stress off as I can, but I can't promise you no stress.
Right.
You can't.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. And most people, they're not selling their houses all the time.
Right.
And we assume, because we're doing it all the time, that they know. So, one of the things I implemented a long time ago is I have a list of frequently asked questions.
Yep.
And I go through that with my clients, and pretty much I'll hit on all the questions. When I get done, they feel, okay, they know what the process is going to be. So,
Well, yeah. It's
and they need to know that.
right, because we do this every day,
Yeah.
and they don't. Right. We do this. I say that a lot to people, that we do this every day, and it's like for us, like putting your socks on. For them, it's like, you mean you got to order title work?
Yeah.
You mean, what do you mean? It's different.
Yeah. You have to take time with your clients.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've shared that frequently asked questions with me and a bunch of other realtors in our company, and it's one of the best things that I've ever done. I've implemented it in my business, and it saves so many issues down the road. That so thank you. It's one of the best things I've done.
Your future base mode.
Absolutely got to. And thank you for coming on. I know you got to go to dinner.
Yeah.
So we're going to let you get that out if you'd like.
Well, that's great. I've enjoyed it, and
Thank you.
I'd
Thanks,
like to
Bob.
come
Very
again
much.
if you're.
We would have you on here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
boy.
If our people
Yeah,
talk
boy,
about
and
it,
it's-
guys, give a round of applause for Bob Curran. What a great guy. Absolutely great guy. Thanks, Bob. We'll see you.
Yep.
All right, sir. What a good guy, man. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, guys. So hiding in the closet. Sellers hiding in the closet. That's a good story.
That's
definitely a good
funny,
story.
isn't it?
So let's go real quick. Rich Roberts saying that Coach B's got skills. I do, Coach. I do. So that's a good thing. And lots of funny, goofy laughs going on there. Let's talk fan of the show.
Okay.
All right. Fan of the show for this week is got to be none other than Ray Jordan is fan of the show.
Ray Jordan.
Ray Jordan. Let me show you what you win, Ray. Let me show you what you win.
Ray.
All right. We get a Talkin Real Estate. Check that out. A Talkin Real Estate t-shirt. Okay. Good Steve Kreitz has just got his the other day, so we're a little slow getting them out. But Ray Jordan, you are a fan of the show. So here's what we're going to do.
What a fan of the show.
Huh? Wow, we'll go fan of the show right
Fan
now.
of the show caption.
Fan of the show caption. There it is.
There we
What
are.
we want is we want a little pump up for Ray, all right? It's RHEA. Ready? Ray. All right, Ray. You are a rock star, even though nobody spelled your name very well. That's okay, though. Ray, you are awesome. And yes, that was an excellent interview. You see that down? Somebody commented, excellent interview. Bob Curran knows so much and has been and done so much and been through so much. The guy, like I just sit, like I used to go. Listen to this. I used to go to Leon's here on Saturday or Sunday and meet him for breakfast. Or like I just pop in and talk to him and just sit there and go and just listen to him talk.
Yeah.
The guy's amazing.
He's got so many good stories and so much experience and knowledge and wisdom, and it's just impressive. We could have him on again, and we'd have a lot of different topics to talk about.
Absolutely. So let's talk question show of the show winner, Don. Let's talk question of the show winner. Guys, sit there and sulk for a minute while Don and I kind of review the contestants. Okay, I'm going to show you which one I like here real quick, and you tell me. I like, let's see, where is it at? Not that one. Nope, keep going. This one's good.
That's the one I was going to pick.
That one right there?
Yeah.
All right. We got to pick two. Which one?
That one right there.
This here?
Yep.
Yep.
That one.
That one. I got one more, folks. We're picking the question of the show. Question of the show. So the other one. I know who we're giving this one to her. Yeah. All right. So this may seem like call it a little nepotism, but if anybody has the fortitude to put pumpkin pie for her sweet little pumpkin pie, Don Lawrence. All right. So Denise Lawrence, you win the infusion water bottle. All right, Denise Lawrence. Give her a little shout out. Denise. Give her a little shout out. Okay. And then the other winner, and I know she can put this to good use. Okay.
And before you go to that one right there, so we got something really special coming up right after this. Please hold on. We want to throw
one more thing out at you before it's done. Yep.
A story that we want to tell you.
So
share with you.
Yep. So, and the other one is, where is she at? Where'd she go? Hang on. I saw it. Where'd it go?
Right there.
Yep. So some dear soul put hot apple cider with bourbon in it. So Lori Knight, you win the wireless cordless electric wine bottle opener, because I know you love the wine too, okay? Those both are from Daily Nordic. Our good friend Nate Everett at Daily Nordic is supplying those products for us. So they're definitely helping us out there. Now,
hey, Lori, do you have a recipe for that hot apple cider bourbon?
how about you just make a bunch and we'll start sharing it to people at the show. That could be somebody's prize, okay? So Lori. Okay? Sip. There you go. All right, guys. So we're going to try one last thing before we go. And I know we're going a little long today, but we wanted to make sure to give Bob his time. A very good friend of the show, a gentleman by the name of Eric Sloan, who came on and was a guest. It is just a good friend of the show. Gave us something that we want to share with you. And the hard part is going to be, I'm going to try to use a new function of technology to make it work. Okay. It's a story of a young man, I think he's 12
years old.
12-year-old boy that is collecting bottles for veterans in Wyandotte. And I think he got up to like $3,000 of the bottles.
I
I want to say that's right.
The bottles?
Yeah, I think it's like $3,200 worth
Is
of
it
stuff.
real? Okay, I didn't know that. I
So,
didn't see that part,
so what you're going to see is Eric's kind, generous heart for this boy. So we're going to try to pipe this in. If for some reason the sound doesn't work, let me know, and we're going to just try to make this work. I'm going to try to use some of my technology skills here. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with this. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. There it is right there. Okay, so we're going to go back to here. I hope I can make this work. So I think I'm sharing the screen with you now. Hopefully this works. This young man has collected a ridiculous amount of bottles. So, and again, I know he doesn't want me to really pump this part up, but Eric Sloan is such a generous guy that he wants to help this young man support veterans in a ridiculous way. So I'm going to throw this out. It's about 1:40 long, and he gave a great surprise to this young man. No, we still got no sound again. Doggone it.
Hey, can you go over to there and see?
Let me see, guys. Let me know if this is working. Can you guys hear that clip? Put in the text if you can hear that clip.
I don't see it. Oh, you got to go back over. Go roll it back. Roll it back. And you got to click it over there.
Oh, there we go. That's what we got to do. Sorry. Let me try it again. I apologize. I'm still working on the technology skills. So there you go. Let me know if you can hear it. Let me know that you can see. Can you see it and hear it? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if you can see it or hear it. Nothing.
Nothing.
Ah, doggone it. Okay. I apologize, guys. I apologize. That sucks. All right. So we'll try to get it better. Again, the story is the young man is collecting bottles for veterans, right? And I mean, he's at like some phenomenal number, like 3. Oh, Julie Long started to see it. So what we'll do is we'll try next week to see what we can do with it. Again, we're just playing with the technology of it, okay?
Okay, so anyways, going back to it, Eric's donated $4,000 to this young boy, but more importantly, he's collecting cans and bottles at his business, and he wants to fill a truck. And if he fills one truck, he wants to fill another truck. So if you have cans and bottles that you want to get rid of, I know I do. We can't take the things back virtually to anywhere. And it's a pain in the butt these days. So if you're interested, we reach out to us. We'll post it on our Facebooks, share it on our Facebook pages, and with the address and we'll
Sloan Environmental, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Sloan Environmental. And again, it's a fan of the show, a good friend of the show. So that's what we thought. We were very heart touched. If I can figure out a way to put the link to it later in the show or something, I'm going to do something like that.
We can share that video.
Silvio Davis, there you go. Is there a link or something you can share?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll figure out something. I'll do it that way. We'll do it this way. Watch. I got an idea. We'll go here. We'll do this. And we'll do it this way. Yeah, I'll put it in there right now. I'll put the link right there. That's the way we'll do it, guys. There it is right. I think that's it right there. So there's the link. Take a look. And we'll share Eric Sloan's address too, okay? So sorry we went a little long today, about 48 minutes. We apologize. We just thought, first, Bob Curran is deserving of the time, right? And we thought that was like a nice community thing, guys. If you ever have something that's community-based that you want people to know about, we're always willing to help out and to throw things out there to people as far as we want the community to be better all the time. We're good guys that we were trying to be, okay?
And this young boy's from Wyandotte, so local. This is all local. We want to support local.
Absolutely. Silvio Davis, you the man, all right? You ready?
Ready.
I'm Scott.
I'm Dan.
And we're talking real estate. See ya.